Hello friends, and welcome back to Roots and Foliage. Today I'm coming to you with the second part of my houseplant tour. I did promise I would come back to show you guys my bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen plants. So here we are. So if you're interested in seeing all the other plants I have, now I will be honest, I have added to my collection since recording this. However, if you're interested, keep on watching. So the first plant I want to show, this is an arrowroot plant or syngonium. This is actually a mix of two different types of arrowroot. I don't know what they're called though, but this one has like a burgundy kind of reddish color. I was going to go through and water the plants, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go through and show the plants. I'll water them when I'm done with this video. But there's this one that's just green. This has a little bit of browning on the leaf, but it's not too bad. This one's doing fairly well. I just recently got this. I bought these at Lowe's, really cheap. Two little $3 plants or $4 plants, and just put them together in this pot, hoping that it fills up. The next one is my beautiful satin pothos. I got this at Lowe's as well. Not too long ago, actually pretty recently I got this one. And it has grown, it has a lot of new growth on it. As you can see, all these new shoots are coming out. This is just such a beautiful plant. This is probably one of my favorites. But look at all those new leaves. Super, super cute. And then down here, this is my little area that I plan to keep all my calatheas and my African mass plant. I have my yucca plant here, the one I ordered from Lowe's that was in one of my hauls, and there's my autograph plant. So they're just kind of hanging out here. This is going to be kind of my designated spot for those troublesome plants like the calatheas and the African mass plant. This is my second African mass plant. I got this one probably, it's been about a month, maybe almost 2 months now. It's doing fairly well. I have lost some leaves, but I think that's pretty standard for these plants, especially when you bring them into your new, a new environment. I have repotted in terracotta. And then I have some calatheas here. This is my orbifolia I just got from Baker's Acres recently. And then I have my rubifarba, not sure how to say this one. I think rubifarba that I got a couple weeks ago. And this is one I picked up from Lowe's. I've actually not really talked much about this. I picked this one up from Lowe's recently with another plant that I plan to do in probably a plant haul that I'm probably going to record probably this weekend. But that is a calathea. I think it's a dotty, maybe, or Mendelin, something like that. Not really 100% sure, but if you guys know, definitely comment below. And then over here I have another satin pothos, really small. I've had this one for a long time. It's just slow growing. I think it might be mixed with an exotica though, which is my doing, not knowing the difference between the two plants. I put them together incorrectly, but overall I think it's fine. It's finally getting a new leaf. It's so funny how fast my other one is growing and how slow this one is growing, and this has been here forever. And this is my Ficus Audrey that I just got recently. It's hanging out right here. It's been doing very well, as well as my Philodendron Birkin, doing very well right here in this window. I have two new leaves coming from this plant. As you can see, this is a new one. It's still unfurling, well, still coming like completely open. And then I have another new one coming in right there, as you can see. So that's very exciting. I do notice I have a little brown tip on this one. Not sure why, but That's pretty much the only trouble I've had with this plant. Literally, like, haven't had any issues with it. Up here is mine. I'm sorry for the glare of the light, but this is my Hoya Crimson. I think it's Crimson Princess. I know it's not the queen, but it's a Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess. I'm pretty sure that's what that one's called. This one I've had for quite some time. It is in a hanging basket, but I have it in this little cute bird cage that I recently got. And then I have my Fabian plant. I'm just going to call this a Fabian plant. Let me try to get a better angle. And this plant I'm just going to keep right here in this spot. I have a Chinese evergreen. This one I've had for quite some time. And I have a Burrow Marks, Philodendron Burrow Marks. This is my second one. I have the one in Leca, and then I have this one. And the one in Leca is the one I spoke about in my other tour video, and I showed you. And this is my Cebu Blue. This is pretty much all I have from the full basket that I used to have. But it's doing very well. It's growing very well. And then I have this Dracaena. Starts with a W. I can never think of the name of this one fully. But this one's doing very well. I've had it for quite some time. And then this one, of course, made an appearance in my Calathea collection video. And this is my Fernwood, not Calathea, I'm sorry, my Sansevieria collection video. This is my Fernwood Sansevieria. It's doing very well, hanging out in this window. And then we have Farah here. Farah, the beautiful ponytail palm. You know, this video doesn't do justice of how beautiful and big this plant is. This is a really nice size ponytail palm. But it's been hanging out in this window and it's very, very happy. Then I have my little Hindu rope that I'm hanging on to. String of pearls that, again, I'm hanging on to. This is my Hoya Crinkle that I recently got. I don't think I like this Hoya. It's really flimsy. The leaves are not very, like, thick. Like most Hoyas are. I'm not really sure if I care for this one. I'm hoping that it grows good and starts to vine, and maybe I'll like it a lot more. I did notice I did move it here, and I do, after, like right now I'm noticing that some of the leaves seem like they're getting a little bit thicker. So maybe it just wasn't getting enough sun, or just didn't like the spot that it was in. But hopefully it picks up and does better. And then this is my Philodendron. I talked about this one, I think I talked about this one in the first part. But I recently moved this one to this spot in my bedroom, which basically I have an east-facing window here. And then this is my goldfish plant that I've had forever that has never bloomed, probably never will bloom. However, it's very pretty. I really like looking at it. I like the real dark, like shiny leaves on it. If it blooms, that would just make my day completely, but hey. Can't get everything you want. And now I'm up here on this shelf that is above my bed. And I have a pencil cactus right there. I have this, forget what this is called, but it's a kalanchoe or kalanchoe. I like to call it kalanchoe, but I think it's really pronounced kalanchoe. This one's not doing too hot. I've lost a lot of little spoons on this one. But I don't know, maybe I should move it and give it some more sun because it is a succulent plant. So that may be the problem. This is my zigzag cactus. All these plants just hang up here and they've all been doing fairly well. Haven't really had any problems with any of these plants. Back here is an anthurium. I'm really thinking about getting rid of this. It stopped blooming a long time ago. I've recently acquired a new one. So I just don't know what the point is of having this plant. It's not very attractive. So I'm probably going to get rid of it to make space for other plants. This right here, this is like a sort of jade plant. This one's not doing very well. I had it at work and it was really picking up and doing good. But now that we've been sent home, I have it up here and I don't think it likes this spot. See, I just pulled off a piece of it. I'm I don't know if I'm going to pitch it or maybe just relocate it and put it in front of the window, see if it does better. But I mean, I had it at work and it wasn't in a window and it was doing great. So I'm not sure what the difference would be. And then this is my Chinese evergreen. This is the other part of my Chinese evergreen that I have in leca. This is the one I have in dirt, and as you can see, it's doing fine. It's healthy. It's, you know, it's not dying or anything, but it's just not really doing anything. It's really stagnant. But my other one is doing great. It really loves the leca system. And back there is another Dracaena. This is just like the other one, but it's just got more white variegation on it, which I think is really pretty. And then this is my new Adansonii white leaf. I like this one. The funny thing is I almost was on the verge of not getting it, and I was like, I'll go ahead and get it. We'll see. Unfortunately, the leaves are yellow, like especially this one, so I don't know if those are going to last. But I do have a new leaf coming through right there, so hopefully this, you know, does very well and produces more leaves before these yellowing leaves decide to say, you know, I'm out of here. But yeah, I really do love this plant. And then up here I have, I need to really clean the top of these off, but it's kind of hard to clean the top of them off, because especially this one, because it is above my bed. So I'm not sure how I can go about doing that. But I would ask my husband. I think he said that this just comes off. It's not like nailed in, but I don't know. I have to check. But up here I have, it's another little shelf that my husband made. I have this, it's just a cutting of a Philodendron Brazil, which I think that this is just my favorite plant. I really love the philodendron, like vining plants, philodendrons and the pothos, because I also have a cutting of some of my satin pothos. This is just a piece that came off, so I just plopped it in water. It's taken forever for these to root though. And then a piece of my Hoya as well. There's my Anthurium. This one I recently got not too long ago. It does still have the blooms. It's doing very well, so we'll see. And then right here is the pothos, satin pothos. This is the one that is the exotica that I have had for ever. And this is basically all that I have. Like, it's just not growing. I'm not sure what the problem is. But yeah. I repotted it in this smaller pot, and it seems to be happier as far as like the way that it's acting. So hopefully maybe it'll pick up and start growing soon. So next room is my bathroom. I only have 2 plants there, but I'm going to show you there. Okay, so here we are in my bathroom. Like I said, there's only 2 plants, and that is my Begonia Maculata that I put in leca. I did that a few weeks ago. I have a video on that. It's doing fairly well. I still have some crispy, you know, the ends are crispy on some of these, and it's also taking forever to get these blooms to come in. But for the most part, it seems to be pretty happy. And then I have my Monstera Peru that I'm very excited about. This was a cutting that I got, well, a rooted cutting that I got from Planted Roots. They gave me 2 cuttings. I lost a leaf on this cutting, but since I have got this plant, I have gained a leaf. See? New leaf right there. So I'm hoping for more leaves. I'm really hoping for more leaves because I really want more leaves on this plant. So it's going to be kind of hard because the sun's coming in here. So this is my Marble Queen Pothos. It is looks very good. It's doing very well. It really loves this window. It seems very happy. I water it once a week and I have had no issues with it. I have a pretty interesting photo of me holding this on my Instagram. And then this is my Wandering Jew. I'm trying to get a good look for y'all. It's kind of hard because the glare from outside, but this is my Wandering Jew. I've had it for quite some time. It's growing very well. There is a lot of crispy like leaves on it though, so although it is growing very well, I'm a little concerned about the crispy leaves and how, like, I don't know, these grow so weird and they're so hard to like clean up to me. So I just kind of leave it and let it go. I've tried to kind of get it cleaned up, but I don't know, I haven't been very successful, so I just kind of leave it alone. For the most part, it seems to be very happy. All this up here I think is new, so can't complain about that. And this is my, I don't know if this is a Christmas cactus or Easter cactus. I don't know what the difference is, but it had blooms when I first got it. But now I see there's blooms that are trying to come in at the top. I think that's what those are. So I'm really excited to see those come in finally. Because, yeah, I got this around Christmas time, so I'm thinking it's definitely a Christmas cactus. Actually, yeah, it is a Christmas cactus. It says it right there. Christmas cactus. Okay, so then right here I have a variegated jade plant. I've had this for quite some time. This was a lot smaller. It's growing really well. It's actually growing up higher. It's kind of hard to see how big it is. I'm trying to put my hand there to scale. I mean, if you knew what it looked like before, you would see the significance of how much it has grown. This is my red lined, I think it's called a red line peperomia, or red edge peperomia. This one's doing very well. I had to put it in this window because it was not doing very well. It was like kind of dying off, and so I put it here. So it's been doing pretty well from this point. And then I have both of my peperomias. I mean well, they are peperomias as well. My Pelias, which I'm like so sick of these plants. I've had so much back and forth with these plants. These were doing very, very well at one point. Like I have a picture on my Instagram where they were both full. And look at them now. However, I have decided that I'm going to water these with distilled water. Like maybe like twice a week now that it's getting warmer. Because I think they need water more often. Because the soil that I'm using, I don't know, they dry out very, very fast. So I think I'm going to, you know, kind of up the watering schedule on these. Of course, I'm going to check them and make sure they need water. And then also, when I up the water schedule, and then I have them in this spot too, which I think they were doing very well when they were here in the first place. But for some reason, I thought they needed moved because I thought they were getting too much sun because the leaves were curling up. But I don't know. When I moved them, they just started, like the leaves started dropping. So it was like, which one do you want? Curled up leaves or no leaves? Make a decision. So this guy, this is my avocado plant. I am actually going to throw this out. I have decided I no longer have any interest in having this plant. It's been growing like this. It's been the same size for probably like a year. It's just not doing anything. It's not bringing me any joy. It's got to go. So that this will be the last time you guys will see this in my plant tour. And then this is my Hoya australis. I have it repotted and staked up. I'm hoping it does a very good job and grows. It seems to be fairly happy here. I have not watered it since I repotted it. I think it probably will. Well, no, it's still wet, so I don't think it's going to need water today. But yeah, looks good. And this looks like nothing. It looks like absolutely nothing, but you can see some new growth coming in right there and down in there. This is actually my Monstera stipicana, something like that. Monstera stipa something. So that is what this is, and this is not doing very well. A lot of the leaves died. I switched it to Leca like a month ago, and I don't think it likes the Leca. But I decided to move it in this window a couple days ago, so I'm hoping that that helps pick it up, because this was where it was in the first place. So I'm wondering if it just wasn't getting enough sun. So I'll see what happens there. And then this is my, I can never say this. Excuse me. It's my Hoya Public. I'm just going to say Hoya Publix. You guys know what I mean. I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't have the spelling of it right here in my face to be able to, you know, read it and sound it out. So it's a Hoya Publix that's what it's going to be today. But this is it, and it's doing very, very well. It's staked up. It's doing very well. Lots of new leaves coming in on this. Yeah, this is another one that has bounced back extremely well. Like literally, it was like I had those 4 big leaves on the bottom, and they were like it was like they were deflated. They were like really like thin and like limp. And so I moved it into this window, and ever since then, it's been doing amazing. New leaves like crazy. Okay, so there we are, guys. There is my full tour of all the plants in my house, at least for now. I may come back, like I said, maybe in 6 months or so with an update, but that is the majority of the plants that I have. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification button so that you can be notified when I do put out more videos. And until next time, peace.